All right, that's probably enough of my new original BGM. It took me a while to decide on one. Let's go to the cheeky chat. For all of I don't know how many viewers, we have a wonderful surprise today. My captain decided she was gonna get funny with the magic pen, so now I look different. Yes, yes, gaze upon my out of size glory. One moment, apparently, I made myself so large I couldn't be contained in the. There we are. Now I am. This is me. And for reference, this is me previously, and this is me now. Yeah, so we do be repping the Cross Fox look. I personally love the look. I love Cross Foxes. They are confused, fun little guys. But yeah, two big reveals today. The new color concept and me having chosen my original my theme for music. One of the big problems I face as a choir kid, as a what is it? Somebody said polyjamorous. I don't have a single setting. I love listening to music in most forms, and it's very rare that I won't enjoy music if I'm sitting in a room. I think like the outliers for me are things like polka. Just straight polka I can listen to for a good 20 minutes and then I'm like, "All right, that's enough." But the problem with that is that when somebody asks you, "Hey, what's your favorite like song? What's your favorite sound? What's your favorite genre?" I don't have an answer. I have a multitude of layers of different go-tos in this in different settings, but that might be dependent on my mood. It might be dependent on what earworm I have for the day. So yeah, it can be interesting. But we can hop over. Ah shoot. I don't even think I put Yep, I forgot to put the browser on the booth. Give me 1 second. That's fine. Um but yeah, I was playing around like 2 days ago with some sounds, and I wound up with that lovely number from my intro, and I loved it. I loved the way that it came apart. I love the way it went together. I love the ups, the downs, and I couldn't bring myself to just put it up for generic sale. Um, and I'm not saying that as though I couldn't have saved it for a customer, a client, but I wanted that one for me, and that's basically what I did. So let me see if I can grab. Is it this one? Well, let's maybe shift that because I've also recently done some changes to my setup. So I want to see if that also affects how things go from here. I did some audio switching around, and I want to see. Nope, not that one. There we go. That one. Okay, let's run a quick test real quick because of my new audio kind of messing about. Okay, that is coming through on the desktop. Well then, y'all are getting this loud and clear? Sorry, just balancing some of the audio. And I know that this sounds rough. I was messing around with this one last night. I'm still kind of waiting for certain things to click. So that's nowhere close to completed. But I want to do that as an audio test for my audio versus the sound coming off of BandLabs. We also have this. Lynn McKenzie, hey! Did you happen to catch the beginning of the stream? No worries if you didn't, but I've just dropped my personal music. I now have my own music to call my own, and I can pull that up here very easily. But up until this point, I didn't actually have a personal BGM, nothing that really just spoke to me as representing myself. And now that I have one song that does that, I can't stop showing it to people because I'm still kind of awed that that fell out of my fingertips. So yeah. But I can play that again, if you so wish. I also have a new look. Yeah, my fox changed. We are now cross fox. We are the violet cross fox. And for those of you who don't know what a cross fox is, it's basically a fox that has inverted colors. They are gorgeous, gorgeous little puppies. Uh, for reference, plushie before, plushie after. Let me see now. I'm just gonna leave that up for like anybody that bops in. Oh right, I was working on making another piano piece last night because I've been itching to make something sweet, delicate, but nice. It, with major and minor, you have some variances, and the last piano piece I put together was very somber, very wistful, slightly eerie. And somebody chose that as their outro, which is great, but I also wanted to make one that was slightly more on the happier note. And this is basically what we have thus far. Oops. I love that resolution just there. Oh, that's literally where we're at the moment, and because I don't even remember where I pulled each of those individual pieces from, we will go ahead and see what from top to bottom fits in here. Nope. Nope. You can really hear the pull because it's trying to take these higher BPM sounds down to my 80 BPM that I have up here. It's bringing a 110 and a 100 down to the point where it's actually, you can hear the stretching that the program is doing. The 90's not bad, apparently. Nope. Nope. Okay, so that's our teal line here. Nope. I love when things take like just a randomly dark and dramatic turn because that's just how easy it is to do. Yep, you can really hear the pull on these. It is trying so hard to fit within the spectrum of 80 BPM from 115, and you can just hear it go. That one wasn't bad. Only Mostly Dead. I'll buy it. I'll bet you would. I'll come out and say it. Only Mostly Dead is Fox Mama. What's up, Mama? Everybody wave and say hi to my mama. Let's see. My goodness. Mama, I know you're a gamer and you absolutely would not use that call out if we were in a COD lobby. That's cruel and unusual, Mama. Just saying. What kind of volume dynamic do I have on this? Oh, it's only rising. No. I want that separated better. Here we go. Boop and boop. I want a distinctive step versus a gradual incline. We do still have the gradual incline just because of the way that like graph lines work, but I definitely want that transition from one stanza to the next to be clear. There we go. What else do we have? Okay, the pull from this 105 to the 80 BPM is not as harsh, and I'm very tempted to use this. Let's cut from 2 measures. Ugh, that resolution is filthy and I love it. Okay, we're ending on this sound. Okay, no, those will flow just fine. Let's go ahead and throw this up here. Even if it's not in the right spot now while we're grabbing it, we can mix and match the positions later and tell a story just fine. Dramatic, but not negative. I will pull that as well. I don't think it goes here yet. Give me that last. Mm, it's not a final chord, but I don't know where I would put it either, so. That is more of a stall. That's a waiting for something, waiting for a resolution or a turn of the music. So I may also grab that one, see where it goes. What else do we have? Let's just like scoot these over, and we'll see how things are lining up. Oof, that one's really trying, and it's only a 95. I'm not afraid of this. It's definitely not in the happy section we've had all of these pieces so far, but it's also not overly dark. Like some of those have had a very dramatic turn. You're happy. I have to run. Just popped in to make sure I loaded. Okay, love you, mama. Um, let's see. I'm actually okay with us coming down off of that slope once we get there. Let's. No, I want that sudden interest to stay there. Ooh, that transition was not smooth. Hold on, give me this. Why is that? Why does this look like it's shorter than the rest? Hold the phone. 105 cm piano 4 bar. Great. I have to figure out which of those it is. I wonder if I accidentally ate some of this 130. Because if you move the pieces poorly, they will eat each other in a very cannibalistic fashion. So you have to be careful with that. Let's go ahead and take it from the top of here. No, get down. No, get down. Shoo, 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 shoo. And link that his cushion there. Mm-mm. Oh shoot, that transition was smooth enough that I didn't notice that while I was dealing with my toddler. Hang on a minute. Ugh, that resolution though. Okay, yeah, it was because I misplaced them and their timing became awkward. I don't like how sudden that shift was. We're gonna darken this a bit and see if we can bring it a little smoother off of this low. Too smooth. Too smooth. Oh, wait, I can actually lower the region gain. That's a new feature they added recently for BandLabs, and I'm having a blast being able to micromanage which segments of each of my sound bites have what kind of volume impact. Okay, and then we want just the barest breath of shading here. The shader actually dampens the sound in a very gradual fashion. So depending on where I drag this on the line, it will dampen the impact. You can use it to fade your sound in and out. However, that's not my primary method of choice. It's not always cleanly done in that manner. See, it's still hyper dampening it. I don't like that. Let's do this instead. And maybe I just do my normal method. Just a hair. Yeah, right there. Um Ooh. Okay, I like the gentle, the soft on this next one. This isn't even necessarily their permanent order, but for now we're going to assume it is. And because of that, I want this to reflect that change. So let's just very gently pew and see. A little more. Just a touch, just gentle. A little too much. I almost want this to be a lullaby. I want it to be dulcet, delicate. I want it to send you off to a peaceful sleep. That transition felt nearly natural. I love it. I almost want to see what this will sound. Oh, not like that. Yikes, we grabbed the wrong one. Hey, stop that. Why do you have one croc on the wrong foot? Do not move the audio dynamic here. Let's find out what this looks like. Sorry about that. I was in the middle of turning off one of the public servers I'm involved in that was pinging me because I don't want to say that right now. I want to know how that resolved. Let me see this. Oh, are they nearly identical? Okay, we're going to slightly up and slightly down. Great way to add emphasis and bring the attention to the foreground without overpowering anything or uh, disrupting the current flow. Let's see that again. Okay, so now we have dissonance and we need a resolution. So I'm almost wondering if this very happy little resolution here is our solution. It's very warm. These are very cold, very high, very bright. This one happens to be so far below as to be almost overly warm. So I'm kind of worried it won't work here, but maybe if I up the volume on this one. Because now that we've lost the high of one and the low of the other, the decibel has actually dropped, which means I might be able to chill it all the way out if I actually raise the decibel back. There we go. Let's run that again. What kind of messing around can I do in here? I don't want to pitch shift it. Can I add an effect only to this one, or is it going to add it to everything? That looks like it's adding it to everything, and I don't want to do that. I may have to add an entire extra line for this piece. Um, let's look around and see if we can't find another thing to add. It's going to add to our piece, but also add me another line. It's just the cheap, easy way for me to add a line without having to put too much effort into it. So we were on. Yes. Okay, hang on a minute. So what we're actually going to do instead is take this back here, and we're going to see if we can find a place that plugs in that resolution for us. So this kind of kicks it up a notch, which I feel like I've seen before. I have. It's this one. See, that goes from a wild to a calm. And I don't know that that's what I want here. Granted, this was already when I say wild, I'm talking basically pacing. If we were to consider this pacing, very calm, very smooth, and this pacing, very wild. There's a lot of keys going on, um, which is jarring if you go to this. And in fact, because we've added this section, the stack of this, which now diverts your attention in multiple directions, on top of having the multiple different keys you're hearing. And then we go to this. So what I'm looking for is actually a moderate step in this direction that comes down out of the place we're in. Which for right now is unresolved. We have a very not calm selection of notes here, and I want them to come together into a calm place. Okay, not that calm. A bit calm. Woo! Nope. Again, this sounds familiar. We definitely have this somewhere. Oh, right there. Yeah, we don't need this one right now. Back out. That would be putting us in circles, and I don't want to do that. It really is trying to chug there. like this. I like this. Let me see. Again, that looks familiar. Why does it look familiar? Well, we haven't used it. That's interesting. All right, let me see. I want the volume on that to actually be naturally down across the spectrum. Let's chill that out, shall we? Quite a bit. Not that. Let me see now. Okay. I might up this just a touch. So let's back that up. Increase it only a little bit, and we're going to bring this one down a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. So the step up was there without being a punch to the face. And then the next one, even though the frequency of the notes is lower, actually has louder hits. Ooh, that transition there. Let's go ahead and listen to this from the beginning. Let's see what kind of story we're telling so far. Oh, okay. There's an interesting drop. Oh, that's why. Okay, so need to raise this just a touch because even though I do want that effect, it needs to not be as dramatic as it was. Even if it means I need to raise up the volume on this piece. Man, those top outs are so high. Again, let's hit this, and we're actually going to drop this just a touch. Instead of just shrinking the overall sound as well, we're going to do one more trick. I feel like we are actually coming to the resolution of this song. was an awkward ah, that's why. Let me see this. Wasn't quite matching up the way it needed to be. Let's find out how all of this sounds through ambient wind. And if not, classic clarity. I use probably these two filters the actual most. Outside of bass boost, which I use in a lot of my stuff, this particular filter just pièce de résistance. Completely changes things. Also, it's hitting that top note in all of this kind of like a heart monitor. I am not afraid of this. It's very strange how it went from being soft and sleepy to a heart monitor very quickly. While we're in this ambient wind, I actually want to see if we can repeat this one lower. I want some of those top outs to show up in here. Let's see that. That was amazing. We're gonna do it again, but I want to find a different one to pair with it. Let's see. Okay, I feel like 3 repeats of this line are going to be okay, But the next thing, the next line needs to probably be our resolution of the piece. Um, and we're gonna keep listening through some of these sounds to see if anything sounds like it goes somewhere else, but I don't like how hard that went. Let's soften that up a bit. I mean, that hits you like right in the gut, right in the soul. Oh, my soul. Okay, so we've definitely taken like a nice warm iron and smoothed out what was previously uh, a more compelling and worrisome section of the piece. It's almost like somebody sitting in a hospital hallway. Like we definitely use this piece over here, and it sounds soulful, woeful, compelling, despair, distraught. And maybe consoling happens. Or resignation. Critical moments. And then here, where we've added this warmth, this is like a hug when you feel sad. I love the way this sounds. Like, yes, the sadness is still there. But this warmth over all of that matters so, so much. One moment, I hear people being insane. And for the full song, you can find it on my YouTube channel, which frankly, I can probably post a link to that specific song here as well. Let me just pull it up. Let me see. I gotta say, making this song was like so much fun. Things were just falling into place. I was cooking. I guess my only lament is that it wasn't at a time that I felt I could stream the process. Because man, I love when that happens. It's everything's just clicking, finding the pieces that go together. Here is the YouTube link to my new personal background music. I think. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back to this music currently. So I'm gonna bring it back to us smoothing out the rough edges. We're gonna listen to that warm stanza again, and then we're gonna see what we can connect to really finalize and close this out. Because even though it's very warm, it's very comforting. It's not complete. Oh boy. Oh, I'm not even back in the... Excuse me. Welcome back to the booth. I apologize. Okay. Again, with it trying to come down from 130. This E-flat minor is not doing things I don't like. Let's go ahead and see how that works on the tail end of this, shall we? Pause that real quick. I do want the volume on this to drop just a hair. I can see the difference between the two of them, and I want it down a little bit. Okay, that's a nice transition off of that. We just need to hit some finale. I really like that. Let's go ahead and throw a couple of these up here, and we might come into, as I said, our resolution in that way. I almost wonder, do these play together? They should. I kind of adore that. So let's bring it in low, let it grow. Yes, I said it, and I don't care. And I'm actually going to taper this out just a bit. We're just going to very subtly shift focus there. Ooh, I hate to do it, but I'm gonna do it. All right, this will be our third line, but we're going to stack it. Let's go ahead and throw this in on the same spectrum we have currently with ambient wind. We're going to make it homogeneous. I have the non-homogenized music. Thank you. Paste and don't move the audio dynamic, please. And paste. All right, don't move that one either. So what I want to do is give us a rough baseline, a nice melody, and a pluck. Just a nice little plucky noise. Let's see what this says. Oh. Oh, we need to not have ambient wind on this one. It would actually hit better if it didn't have that huge sustain. Let's maybe just cut in the middle. We're going to actually use classic, I think clarity or classic hall. One of the two. Classic chamber, that's what it is. It only adds a slight amount of resonance versus ambient wind, which just gives all the resonance. Nice. Okay, and then I'm going to repeat this stanza without that energized melodic center there. Not the center line, but the bold blue line is kind of a middle ground between the warm depth and the high um, green. So let's see what all of these sound like together. We are shifting focus again. Okay, I feel I can taste like 2 lines from now we're gonna be done with this. Nope. Oh wait, maybe. Hang on, hang on. I wrote that off too soon. Okay, this one is our resolution, but I'm gonna have to play with it because it loops itself. It does resolve and then it comes back. It takes a step back off of that. I actually want to put the foot forward, so let's. Right there. Right there is our completion, and they step back off of it. So let's figure out where. Let's figure out. Okay, so to the 76th 75th to the 76th measure. That is our resolution. So we're going to actually do a nifty little trick here. We're going to slice this, copy, and then we are going to completely undo what I just did so that BandLabs doesn't have a fit about how many segments there are for one. And we're going to stick this on the end. I'm going to zoom into the region, and we are just going to kind of soften it a touch. Soften it up. Let that be our end. I also genuinely want this to be like softer overall as an entrance, so we're going to shade it a bit. and drop the volume overall within the spectrum of what. Actually, no. If I just do this, it will all soften accordingly. Let's see if it works. Coming off of this big grand. People who actually play piano are probably screaming because this would take 5 hands to play. Okay, I accidentally softened this, and I didn't mean to. So what might have to happen is, one, I actually come a little bit back from that, but two, I might have to splice this region to allow it to breathe. Slice. Alright, and we want to take our region here and just narrow it a bit. Alright, let's see what that does. Ah, shoot. I forgot. Doing that is going to cause a noise spike on the next row. Let's undo what we just did, and we're actually going to pull it from a different location that's already going to come in on a kind of a low note. Let's zoom in on this, shall we? So I can't cut it off just here as much as I want to, but I might be able to here. Lower the gain just a touch. Let's just come back from that, shall we? And then if I, not that. If I merge these again, it should. Oh, heavens. Well, hang on now. What if I just, like, take the entire region and turn it down a bit? Turn it down a bit. There we go. Oh, I see what happened. I got a piece of the next stanza in there. Right there. Mm, let me see if traveling these up. No. If traveling this one up. There we are. And lower it even more. I see that the only one I fixed. Actually, if I just like highlight both of these, I can remove some of that excess. How about now? That one can afford to be a little bit louder, but the entrance needs to be lower. Like that. Oh, not that loud. Jeez. All right, let's listen to this from the beginning and see how we do. Mm. How much does this change if I actually make it classic clarity? I wonder. It is a shame that I might have to move these up. Whoa, not the whole thing. Jeez. Step. Step. Alright, fine. Undo button. Do not move. Because of the necessary cutoffs on the end, I really don't have a choice in the fact that I need the sustain to cover them. So let's just grab this from about -17, give it a drop. But that does mean that I can bring in our last one as well and kind of don't move. Can I just stick these together and not care? Is that what's going on here? Interesting. But if we make our gradient good enough here. Oh, shoot. I shouldn't have touched. I shouldn't have touched. I'm so sorry. There we go. Yeah. Let's see how that works. I definitely need to do some micro tinkering to those three. Let's go ahead and get in here and see what this looks like. Oh, yeah. I think I can see what's going on here. It's utterly amazing sometimes, like, what Band Labs chooses to pick up on when it comes to this. Okay, let's see if cleaning this up the way we have will fix that issue. Okay, oop. Put that directly on the 77 there, and we are going to I will split one of these in half. I feel like it deserves that much. Let's go ahead and drop that a little bit on that intro. I don't know why this is raising. It should not be. And boy, this song is almost done. We have been cooking. Let's zoom in on this real quick. I'd rather just get it right. I think it's that first three. Ah, shoot. I forgot. There we go. Ooh, that resolved. What? Hello, Maya. Welcome. We are. We've got a lot of fun stuff. I got a new look. We're representing the Cross Fox. We're dorking about with some concepts on band labs I've been wanting to try out. I have made a previous solely piano piece, and that was swept up by a previous client by the name of Corvus. And those links are on my YouTube, but I wanted to make something a little more uplifting. That one was definitely woeful, wistful, sorrowful. Definitely a nice way to end a stream. But I wanted something a little happier. I don't even know if I accomplished that with this because honestly, I've got so many emotions going through with this one. But yeah, for reference, this is me now, this is me then. We even moved my tail. And for those of you who thought that was just a fat thigh back there, I did too because I'm inobservant. It's a tail. I feel bad for people who genuinely play the piano because I imagine portions of this sound like it needs 5 hands to play. I don't know anything about playing piano. I can show you how to do scales, vocal scales. I can find you the note your song is in, but I don't know how to play a piano. I don't like how that hit. Okay, it loops. Well, that's good. I almost wonder if I can't just repeat that a couple of times the way I do for lazy sustains. I say lazy, but honestly, I don't have much in the way of power when it comes to creating a sustain. I basically have to do what I diddly well can. So let's see if we can do something about this one. Because again, I only have the tools in front of me to get this accomplished. So here's hoping this doesn't fail. Yeah, by the time you actually genuinely hear that sound, it's gonna be very low. But I'd rather clean it up. Also, Maya, I also revealed my first personal piece of background music. I got done cooking. Oh, one moment. I can show it now. BRB. Okay, so yeah, for those of you who haven't heard it, that is my new personal background music. It is not for sale. It is not going to be it's only mine. I'm very, very proud of how that one turned out. It was a very fun jam session. My only regret is that I was not able to be streaming at the time that I got that cooked off. So let's see here. We are actually going to see about just repeating this little line multiple times. I've got 4 of those in a row. So let's see if we can't. Woo. I just need to grab one. Merge. Ooh, that's like a bar of sound. Let's, with this new way to mess with, excuse me, no, peepo, papa. With this new way to mess with my different little wave files. Oh, heavens, what is that burst of, oh, I did this on the ambient wind track, so of course it's going to do that. That was a me mistake. What I need to do is actually highlight each of these and drag the entire batch out of the just make a dummy track here, because interestingly, the computer will take your little sounds here in whatever state they're being presented, which means if I have an effect going on, it's going to calculate that when it puts these files together in a merger. It basically analyzes like where and what and how the sound is doing, and it will reflect it. So, ambient wind has a tendency to actually pop the beginning of the stanza really loudly, regardless of what piece I'm using. And more often than not, I do have to give a bit of that dampener that I was using earlier on the edges to kind of combat that. And I've discovered, through an unusual amount of paying attention, that I can negate some of that by not merging my segments within the affected filter that I'm using for an effect. I'm using effect multiple times, but you get my drift. Let's go ahead and copy this, and we're going to stick another one over here. And hopefully that, like, taper out I did will be enough. And that will be enough. Musical theater credits to anyone who knows what I just sang. I will grant, I'm not a fan of the creator style, but that particular musical is full of earworms. I cannot deny. Ooh, what if we? Yes. That should do it, especially with that drop off we have going there. Let's see. It's not great, but I don't have much of an ability to make it better. Again, fakey sustain. Oh, are we singing? All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The weasel thought it was all in good fun. Pop goes the weasel. Oh my goodness, Pickle. What lovely singing. Thank you. That's sweet. A monkey. Yes, there was a monkey, in fact. Okay. I feel like all we need for this one is the compression test, which I will probably do later. I also had this project that I've been working on. Wow, that wasn't the one I was hoping for. Is it this? No. Where is the one? I mean, I am working on this, don't get me wrong. But, I have not the file I was working on last night. No. Don't touch. No. Papa. I don't want these tiny forks. Put these back with the kitchen. Go, go put these in your kitchen. Go take them to your dollies. But that is not the one I was meaning to bring up to work on, so I'm actually rather surprised. Where did that go? Hmm. Well, hang on. First of all, I need to refresh my library because I just hit save and the one I was working on did not show up with its new name. Uh, Final Rest, New Horizon. Where's the one I was messing around with? I'm so concerned. I put so much work into that last night, and if I have to completely start over. Hang on a moment, I gotta do a comparison real quick. Oh no. Shoot. Man, all that progress I had last night. The good news is I know what I did. Which I won't call rare. Um, wait. This is not okay. Okay, I think I know what I did wrong. Okay, 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 okay. Um, Woo! Thank goodness. Oh my gosh, I hadn't named it, and because of that, every time you click on the new studio, all of them are titled "New Project Studio," and I had thrown one up here, so that I would be able to, kind of give something to mess around with, and possibly look through any of the new submissions in the Band Labs looping section. But dear lord, I scared myself silly just now. Wow, I'm still in the BRB scene. Ah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna play this one again so that Davad has it. Y'all have to let me know when I've accidentally forgotten that the BRB scene is on. am still very tempted to like duplicate this line and then actually change the effect to classic chamber, because some of these are starting to sound like audio mush, and I really don't want that to be the case. I want things to be distinctive. I want them to have their own highlights and background times. And that'll come through in the compression test. If it does sound like audio mush, that's likely what I'll do. Also, I don't know, maybe if you caught it on the last stream, I don't think you did, but because Pickle now no longer lives in the office, I have access to my full setup, so I'm able to have my stream up on one screen and see my chat on the other. And I know that you were here to witness that portion of it, but, you know, it does impact how well I stream and communicate with chat, so there's that. Much as I hate that warble on the sustain, there's not much. Oh, that's not true. That's genuinely not true. There is one other thing I can do to kind of hide that. Um, Number one, we're going to take this out to actual 81 measures. Well, 80th measure, but also I can, in fact, duplicate and like double the double layering, really. Copy. These are already merged regions that I have doubled. So doubling it again. Yeah, why not? Doesn't change much, except that now we have... It's going so quickly, you shouldn't be able to hear the difference, is really the thought behind that. There should not be any human way that you could hear the difference between them. Yeah, you still can. But it's probably because I don't have this at the correct volume. Needs to be slightly under this one. Yeah, that's not consistent at all. Let's see. I'm probably doing this in the wrong spot is another reason. Ah, yep. Okay, so this needs to be closer to... Yeah, that's about the best I can do here. No, the one that I was looking for is not 8-Bit Odyssey. It's this. I found two packs. One was an acapella, dear Lord, Harmony pack, and the other was a separate pack. I have pulled from a couple of the packs from this creator before, but I feel like this combination worked out really well. And the alternative is that even though these are in the same key, that's what they're submitted under, I don't know if they were labeled correctly, or maybe it's that this pack is sitting on two different spectrums of D minor. Because again, I don't know enough about music to truly say if like the pieces we're hearing here are the major fifth and the one that's coming up is in the minor third of D minor. I don't know any of that information. All I can do is really play around with what I can hear. Oh, hello, lost one. What do you mean I'm being a cute nerd? I know some of the most bare principles about things like being able to play an instrument, and I apply that minimal knowledge when I create music. Welcome, first-time chatter, the lost one. Out here simping in my channel this way. Bear in mind, that harmony called "Fall," and I'll look it up right here. It actually comes in uh, on the sound sample lower, and I loved it lower, honestly. Oh, sometimes we fall, sometimes we get in love. Oh, sometimes we fall in love. And I truly did want this sound and the Gamer Girl stack out to work the way it should have. But the problem comes in where sometimes it's just not hitting in the same way. So I actually had to raise it in order for this to come through the way it needed to, which sounds like this. It definitely loses some of the richness. I will not deny that fact. Not even slightly. But it works the way that the music is stacked. Now, one thing that I did say I was going to do is flip the script. Instead of raising the pitch of the vocals, my plan is to duplicate this and actually lower the pitch of the main melody and see which one of those two things sounds genuinely better. And it now on paper, music is math. That goes for timing, that goes for generically note structures, but and here's the big thing. It's numbers on a parabola when you start messing with chord progressions and just lowering or raising them a semitone. So a semitone is basically a half note step. And depending on what kind of pieces I have, I can lower or raise things a semitone step or two semitone steps to make it a full note drop. The problem is notes, as we know them, in the order that they go, don't work that way. If anybody's ever taken a look at a piano, the big thing everybody notices are white keys and black keys. Well, they have a specific order, and so do keys, so do chords. If you just move something up or down, a half step, a full step, 3 steps, you can be putting your notes really out of whack. And there's really no fixing it. They either work or they don't. So, the version of this that I'm going to attempt is to just copy the entire project somehow. I will. I'll find out how exactly I can do that here in a second. First of all, this needs a name, and I don't want to be obvious and use the wording that's in the vocal parts. I do that from time to time. This one I don't want to. So. We're gonna listen to it again, and we're gonna think up a title, possibly, even if it's an interim title, because then the copy I make of this will just say one or two, or maybe even have an opposite title. I don't know. But let's. I'm gonna rip off my favorite poet. Kudos to anybody who knows that reference. Denying your cuteness only makes you cuter, Vexen. I need you to understand something about me, Lost One. I don't do compliments well. Personal default. I would rather dodge them like Matrix than actually focus on them or think about them too much. So, that's what you have to deal with, and you're also allowed to be wrong. I actually want the back half right there. I want that. Right here. Right before the end, I want to have the back half of this one again. And we're actually going to make it on a decline this time. So, let's... I'm going to bring this down, and I'm actually going to soften it out. Let's go ahead and see how that goes. Did you touch Daddy's computer? Papa. I love the way that this rolls out, even if the vocals are a little bit high, which is why I'm significantly interested in finding out if we can just duplicate this and attempt to reverse the process that I've done in making these match. Let's see, where does the music end? I made sure to silence it here. 82 and a half. You need a pal. Why is there milk all over your cup? Go see Sissy. No. While I look and see what my options are for duplicating this, I'm gonna throw it on repeat and let's see what sticks out. Okay, so in this process, I think I've made a decision about how I want to go about this. Um, Based on what I was looking up real quick through some Google wording and looking around in what I have the ability to affect, it seems like the best way to go about accomplishing this comparison is actually to change the entire project I have currently up. It's not dangerous to do. Good, it's 102. Save. So I wrote in the timestamp for this current save edition. I wrote in the date. And I have access to all of the previous save editions. I have made a specific note in the actual notes lyric section of this piece that if I want to come back to this version, all I have to do is revert the save to this 102 moment. So it's basically got a snapshot already. I can make all the adjustments I want to make, and I actually even have the ability to compare the sound from this to what I'm going to turn it into. However, it's already at the 2 hour mark, so we are going to finish up. I will end with my new original BGM. Thank you, all you lurkers and passersby. This has been a great stream. We actually managed to accomplish one of my goals recently, which is to make a brighter, happier piece with the piano. I've made one previously, and now, um, I have another under my belt. So, Vexen Big Smat. I have to assume smart. But I just got here. Yes, I'm sorry, lost one. But I am being called away. I would love to sit and continue to cook up some music. And I do wish I could say that I have a consistent schedule that you could rely on for streaming. But hey, I'm an unpredictable, chaotic fox. So, thank you for joining. For all of our first-time chatters, my name is Violet Vexen. I am not a Fox plushie. I got shoved in here by my deranged captain. What I am is a loop artist. I create background musics for streamers, podcasters, and anybody who really needs music for anything. TV advertisements if you so want, a video game if you so want. I do not create any of the snippets that go into my music. I use pre-made loops that are copyright free through the program here, Band Labs, and I put them together to imitate a style you desire. Most of my stuff has been non-lyrical. Sometimes I'll pull audio files from the looping section, and sometimes I will actually include your audio files if that's something you desire. So catch me when I stream, and go to my YouTube if you're interested in more of my music and not the sound of my toddler trying to sing. No, go do that over there. Go tell Sissy. Go tell Sissy happy birthday. It's not her birthday, but the child loves the happy birthday song. So, thank you everybody. I'm gonna put on my new music, and I will actually take us to the chatting screen. There we are. Yeah, let me go ahead and copy and paste the raid message, and we are going to find somebody to raid. Nope, that's not the raid message. That's my notes. There we are. Since I do not have any emotes at this time, my raid message is, public emotes, global emotes for Twitch. There we go, and thank you everybody for sticking around. Have a nice day.
fun with this. Let's do it.
Let's see what this is, this essence of mayhem. Hey, Violet, how you doing?